All right, so we are Team Verbose. For our capstone project, we decided to make a social media podcast app based on the Android platform. Starting off, my name is Nick. I was mainly over the app logic side of things.
My name is Nate, and I worked mainly on the back end and database.
I'm Julia Wynn, and I was responsible for the server-side part of Verbose.
I'm Zoe, and I was mainly responsible for designing and implementing the UI.
For our project, we found that existing major podcast apps such as Spotify or Apple Podcasts provided very limited interaction between podcast listeners and the creators of their favorite shows. In an increasingly social world, people want to have experiences and share them within the same platform. The apps that currently offer social media features for podcasts just don't have all the features that we want to see in one place. Additionally, they're often buggy and lack accessibility options. We want to fix all of these things and make podcasts more exciting by adding the ability to listen and make posts about podcasts, liking, commenting, sharing them, and seeing what your friends are up to. So let's get right into it.
Verbose is an ASP.NET Core stack hosted on AWS. For mobile app development, we use Xamarin Android and C#. Additionally, we have a Swagger API for making calls to the server without a UI. For database management and creation, we use the Entity Core framework with MySQL because it allowed us to programmatically perform create, read, update, and delete actions in the database. For podcast search, we use the Podchaser API, which is a large collection of podcasts gathered from across multiple different platforms. This allowed us access to a wide variety of podcasts for searching, listening, and discussing. For user login, we use Firebase and Google Authentication, who allow us to spend more time developing the functionality of the app without having to worry about account and password management. For closed captioning, we use the Google Cloud Speech-to-Text API, which allows us to send audio files and get back timestamped transcriptions, which we can display on the audio player.
So here's a quick demo of what our app looks like. When you first load into our app, you'll be greeted with our main feed. This is where you can make a post as well as see all of the awesome posts that your friends have made. If you click on their post, you'll be able to see what others have commented as well as comment yourself. Finally, this is also where you can easily see the podcast episodes that you've recently listened to. The next thing to check out is our search page. Our app recommends a wide range of different podcasts that you may be interested in. You can scroll through a specific category or browse through all the categories. If you have a specific podcast in mind, you can enter into our search bar and a results page will appear showing you all of the relevant podcasts you're trying to look for. Here, you can see all the results for Avatar. Braving the Element looks really cool, so let's click on that. Here, we can see all the information about that podcast. Scrolling down, we can see all the episodes in this podcast and the information about those episodes as well. If you're invested in this podcast, you can subscribe or unsubscribe to the podcast by clicking on the button on the top right. Let's listen to an episode. Here, you'll see on the left side a bunch of social features to show you what you're interested in. There's a way to like it, see how many comments there are, and share a post, which we'll get back to later. Clicking play, you can hear the episode. As you listen through the podcast, comments will appear at the timestamp that the users commented on it. This allows you to see other users' reactions as you listen without any spoilers. Join the discussion by commenting it yourself. Going back to the share icon on the audio player page, if you want your friends to know what episode you're currently listening to, you can share the specific episode details along with your thoughts on it. Once you hit submit, your post is ready to go on the main feed. If you're not listening to any podcasts at the moment, feel free to click on the plus sign on the bottom left to post anything that's on your mind. So we've mentioned friends here and there. On the main feed, you can search for any user and follow them. From the results page of that, you can click on their profile and see what they're listening to along with being able to follow them. Switching to your own profile page, you'll be able to see all the posts that you've created, friends you follow, and podcasts that you're subscribed to. When you click on your friends list, you can see who you follow as well as the ability to unfriend them. Similarly, when you click on your subscriptions list, you can see what podcasts you subscribe to, as well as be able to unsubscribe to them if they're no longer relevant. Verbose has a settings page that lets you customize your Verbose experience. One new feature is you're able to use the entire app in dark mode. Our app wants to ensure your privacy is safe by having a privacy account setting. When this setting is toggled, your account will be hidden from the user search. Finally, we have a quick demo on our speech-to-text feature. Verbose aims to be inclusive to all audiences by trying to incorporate automatic closed captioning on podcasts. By clicking on the image card, users will be able to see what's going on during the episode. And that concludes our demo.
Throughout our project, we've made a total of 454 commits to our repository. For the backend, we created 57 endpoints and completed 141 issues in our GitLab project management board. We hope you enjoyed our presentation and learning more about our app and its development. We thoroughly enjoyed creating this app, and we're proud of the product that we've created. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our presentation. If you have any questions, please let us know.